is coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
Solar missile. All right.
All right, and ooh, Senna for Halo. So he's gonna turn into a monster if the game goes long. Um,
To fight a monster, you have to become one.
yes, yes. So um, I love Lulu scaling, but I don't think she could even stop that late game Senna damage. Um,
She has to get close enough to her to do it,
yeah,
and that becomes a problem the
yeah,
longer the game goes on.
seriously. So yeah, we'll see. Uh, but Dragon Lizard selects a Mumu for the jungle. And yeah, so they're not showing too much. They're not Talia's side's not showing their hand too much here. So I expect they'll probably do jungle ADC on Troll side. But already Talia's Charmers are looking like they're gonna go pretty hard late game. And Troll responds with Olaf, a fantastic early game bully that could really make Amumu's life hell. That's another good champ for Troll that I think fits his playstyle pretty well. Ooh, Samira for freestyles. If you can't get the Draven, he'll get the Samira. I like that pick on freestyles a lot. Ooh, but Salty Drawbar gets his Seraphine though. Man, that is a real pokey lane with Seraphine and Senna.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you rather go up against freestyle Samira or just Draven?
Um, his Samira. Because Samira, she does have to get close enough for you to exhaust her. Draven is not in exhaust range when he starts axing you down. It's yeah, just even clicking on him to try to exhaust him is so scary because like you don't want to walk forward to that guy. Um, but Pirate Trade gets Renekton taken away from him again. I think that's a pretty common ban against him, and with good reason too,
We
because
have seen it
Renekton's
before. Yes.
yeah, Renekton's just he's just a handful. Hentai does not get Fiora. That's another good ban, I think. I agree with.
I would also agree.
Yeah. And let's see. I think they're running out of bans here. Oh, Nivea. Okay, okay. So that's targeted at Super Saiyan. He does play Kale too. Because Super Saiyan is playing mid for this game. Typically he's in jungle, but he also doubles up as a mid laner sometimes as well when needed. So remaining bans. You got Talia and Hentai. The LeBlanc. Okay. All right.
Makes sense.
Yep. So both soul laners on Talia both get 2 bans each. Um, man, but she's got Diana or Ori, which would be great. Yeah, that is a lot of AoE damage that they've got on that side. But some really good early game power on Troll side too. So let's see if they double down on going hard for the early game and trying to beat out that scaling, which I think you might have to do. Um, Echo's good. I like Echo into Diana. Diana's pretty good into basically, I don't know, I feel like she's good into most AP champs. Um, but Echo's pretty good against assassins just in general, thanks to his like ultimate. You can just like escape out if ever he gets caught in all in. Plus he's really hard. He's a really slippery champ. Like he's hard to nail down.
Yeah, and fairly safe to follow if
Yeah,
she decides to roam as well.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh, okay, that's GP. That's Gangplank. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so the mispick is actually Gangplank, and Hentai's gonna respond with Kennen in the top lane. So yeah,
Yeah,
should
that
be
is
good.
a nasty AoE team.
Yeah, you're right. They all do some kind of AoE damage, all of them.
That's just the cherry on the top there. They have a
Yeah,
lot of ways to layer that stuff. If they get 2-3 people together, that's they're dead in a team fight.
100%. Um, and I think Yeah, it's definitely a cleanse game too. I think Freestyle is gonna grab. Um, man, yeah, Talia's Charmers is just so much AoE. It's so scary. And I think one thing though that is a wrinkle in their plan is that they are really AP heavy. Um, so I'm trying to think of like AP itemization or AP resistance itemization that would work. Olaf is pretty decent with Spirit Visage, 'cause he's like gonna try to do like a little bit of life stealing and shit. Samira, I don't know. Yeah, Gangplank's not really. They don't have a real true tank on their team. And Olaf, you kind of want to build like a lot of damage. Although I've seen some tank builds with Olaf, but I think against the Mumu, you're just going to want to brutalize him in his own jungle the entire game. Um,
That's true, but don't discount the effect that the like Lulu's Jab growth can have uh, for the short term fight. Whoever's taking damage getting focused, or if they're in a good position, like that's a big beefy target, at least for a little
yeah,
bit. Can shore up some of the differences in terms of the front line.
yeah. One thing's for sure. Yeah, red side. Yeah, the early game might be a little rough. I think if they can get like to the 25-minute mark unscathed, like they can start turning the game around pretty hard. Um, yeah, a lot of it's going to depend on just how much tempo the troll side is going to push. So Olaf is great for that. Echo's pretty good. Gangplank is he's okay. There's not a ton of gank potential in the top lane. Gangplank doesn't really offer a ton. He doesn't offer any real CC. Neither does Olaf, and Kennen also has like the advantage of speed. So even if you were to land a slow on him, he's just going to run away. Um,
So I think it's going to be focusing more on mid.
Yeah, I think you have to, and try to bait an engagement from Talia, but that's not going to happen though, because she doesn't really go all in unless she sees like a super clear opportunity. The only times I've seen, um, because Talia doesn't typically die to ganks unless you just completely barrage the lane over and over and over again. Um, Typically she's a really safe player. She's good about keeping vision up around her. She doesn't put herself in vulnerable spots that often. But I have noticed like the repeat ganks if you keep throwing the jungler at her and you keep throwing the support at her like over and over again. Lulu's not going to roam too much, but Olaf is definitely going to have some early game pressure. Um, so I don't know. I don't know.
I could see Lee for Roman.
Yeah, he could. He could. It's yeah. Troll's going to have to kind of make a decision if he's got priority in top and mid, or any of the lanes really, which he should have. He can do some pretty hardcore invading and just beat up a Mimwit. That's a pretty legit strat is just to, in jungle versus jungle, not even worry about the other lanes, but just spend your whole time just making the game a 4v5 by taking the enemy jungler out of the game. Amumu's really, really vulnerable for the first 5 levels. And even then, like, until he gets some armor, and you're not even going to get the right armor item because Olaf does like a pretty decent amount of true damage as well. So, yeah, yeah, the early game's going to be tough, I think.
So if the lanes are looking dicey in terms of being able to gank or just not having the right opportunities, you think he's just going to focus on farming in the jungle or trying to steal Mumu's farm while he's weak in the early game?
Yeah, yeah. Because if Dragon Lizard, if he can get farm, um, if he can get any farm at all, like that's a blessing. It's pretty. It depends. It's Olaf and Vi are really good at bullying a Mumu, and like I don't know. I'm just trying to remember like most of my experiences in with the Mumu versus Olaf. It's really scary when you cannot walk into your own jungle anymore, and you start having to like pull in help from outside lanes. Um, Yeah, it's I don't know. I think Dragon Lizard's gonna have his work cut out for him if Troll plays it aggressively and if he's got support from his laners. Um, yeah, the one bright spot I would say that I see on the red side, um, well maybe you can speak to this too a little bit, is that I feel like red side's dual lane is probably I think they'll be able to poke out freestyles because Samira is a pretty low range champion. Um, Lulu's technically like kind of a poke mage, not like super traditionally. Like you can use help picks to like extend your glitter lance, but that's really inefficient to like trade with. Um, Whereas like Senna and Seraphine, they can get a lot of poke down pretty fast.
I mean, you can always max it first.
Yeah, you can,
Max the
yeah.
glitter lance and go for the poke. I don't think it's a good option into like a lane that has sustain though,
Yeah, that's true.
or shields.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, between the two, yeah, they've got two healers and shields from Seraphine as well. So that's a lot of sustain. They've got the move speed from Seraphine and Senna's
Yeah.
field to like just run away whenever they want to.
So
Um,
like there are times where you can play Lulu and you can go in there, you can try to poke at least early, and even without extending with picks, the glitter lance range is pretty long.
yeah.
Um, but I don't think that they are going to be so scared of the poke that it's going to give Samira um, like the range that she needs to be able to just get up there and
Hmm.
see us unhindered. So I think that red team's poke is definitely going to be a factor
Yeah.
early on for them.
Yeah, and that's a really tough deal for Samira typically in lane. Like that's kind of like the main counter for her is, you just poke her out because her range is not super awesome. It's usually why she rushes a shield bow too, because like obviously she's like an in-your-face champ, like she wants to lifesteal, get her shields and stuff. But before she gets her vamp scepter, you do have the ability to kind of like poke her out and harass her a little bit. The first couple levels are pretty touch and go depending on her range mismatch. So, but Lulu can help out with that for sure. Um, yeah, and Freestyle's doing the smart thing, getting that cleanse. There's just so much like CC roots, stuns that he's going to be running away from. So
I think that's his most commonly picked summoner spell at this
I
point.
think it
If
is.
you got the
Yeah,
metrics, man. Like,
yeah, yeah. I think so. Um, yeah. So we'll see. Salty Drawbar went with the Dark Harvest too. So okay, so they're definitely going to be looking to get their poke on. Um, One thing is for sure though, I one thing I would keep out for, because like this is like it would be a total freestyles move, for him to use Samira's little blade barrier against Salty Drawbar's ultimate. Um,
yeah,
that could absolutely happen, and that would be a gigantic game changer for those 2v2s. Um, yeah, because that's basically like Seraphine's main ace card is her ultimate. Or she could double chamber her root spell. But it's that one's a little bit easier to dodge, I think. Yeah, her
no
ult.
infernal Diana. They could have gotten a
Oh,
they could have
yeah.
gotten a the fuck do they call that? Tic tac toe.
Uh,
Got three in a
three in a
row.
row. 3 in a row. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
not connect four, connect five,
No,
but
yeah. Blood Moon is close. Not quite infernal though. That would be cool though if they had 3 in top lane. And it brings up a good point too. The Sammy can't block Senna's auto attacks either. Um, because it's got that special weirdo property to it where it's like an auto hitting thing or something, or it's not a missile.
you lob it. It comes down from the sky,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obviously you can't block it. It's not
Hmm.
completely horizontal.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, what do what's your feeling on the other team? I feel like which team would you rather be having on your side, you think?
I'd probably be going with red. Like as
Yeah.
weird as Senna is, she's more close to like traditional AD carry.
Hmm.
Amumu is great to have as a jungler, like always team fight. Um, so those two factors, having like a decent front line that's got hard CC for when you do have the big team fights, and having an AD carry that's got some range.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot
That's
of go buttons
always what
too.
I'm looking for. What about you, man?
I agree. I agree. I like having just the more go buttons, the better. It's better just to have an abundance of engage, everybody go in. You know, when everybody's like at the same mind of like Diana wants to go in, Hentai wants to go in, Dragon Lizard wants to go in, Salty Drawbar can set that whole, because when you've got like everybody jumping in, and then Salty Drawbar can lay down a gigantic ulti that goes from the back line into your front line, into their front line, into their back line. Yeah, I think Salty Drawbar could get a gigantic ultimate if Freestyles is not totally paying attention. But Impalo's money is on blue side because Freestyles is straight up OP.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't talking necessarily like players. Like, I'm just saying like
Oh
the
yeah,
champions
on
of the makeup.
paper.
Like, if that was my and I was in there and I was taking up one of those spots and being dead weight on the team, like I think I would want to be in that.
Yeah, I'd feel a lot better too, for sure, for sure. Um, yeah,
No,
so
this is anybody's guess, but I like having
yeah,
the options. Like Anna says, like having poke on the team. Like if you are dancing back and forth, if you can whittle down people's health, that changes how the fight is going to run out. And I always like being able to siege better than not having range,
yeah,
having to commit.
for sure. Yeah, it's a lot less risky than like sticking your neck out, for sure.
Risk averse person here.
Let's see. So Pirate Trade starts off with a Corrupting Pot. Kennen takes Doran's Blade. Has to be expected. He has the poke advantage. Salty Drop with a nice root and the notes to follow up, but took a bunch of damage from Freestyles in the process. Leaf getting his poke on the Halo, but Halo is returning fire, and Leaf took a lot of minion damage there, so he's going to have to back up, play a little bit safe, and that Senna reach is just really, really annoying.
And it's only going to get longer.
Yep, yep. Ooh, and they did get level 2 though on the blue side. The Freestyles is looking like the all-in, the flash, and the exhaust is in, forcing Halo to flash away. Salty Drawbar is returning damage. Freestyles is ignited, but it's still level 1 versus level 2. Halo has to blow his heal. They get level 2, and the double root from Salty Drawbar. Freestyle flashes out with the cleanse. He's gonna get away. Dragon Lizard is flashes, gets the bandage! Nice! Nice finish from Dragon Lizard, recognizing that Freestyle's flash was down. Really, really good kill and turn from the red side, so that is fantastically played. That really well done.
That might throw a loop for the plan to stop the Mumu early.
Yeah, yeah, it might. Yeah, there was a bunch of gold collected on that trade, but Hentai's getting some good damage on Pirate Trade. Yeah, yeah, those are not the early game plays you want to see with Samara. It's really, really rough. Troll has found himself on the wrong side of the river. Salty Drawbar is going to pick up that kill, and Dragon Lizard is going to get all up in Super Saiyan's face. Saiyan's going to drop the stun field. Dragon Lizard is kiting ahead though. Gets another bandage. Punching him, tantrum, and tears all over the place. Super's going to have to go back to base. Well, but he's going to stick it out, I think. Let's see. Well, Leaf is pretty far up, taking some minion damage, and took some note shots from Salty Drawbar, so showing that his Seraphine is just as good in the mid lane as it is in bot. Supa is
aren't enough bans in this game, man.
No, there's not. There really isn't. You're gonna have to give up something really annoying. Man, Supa is playing with fire, and Talia's just really close. The note poke from Salty Drawbar is really, it's really frustrating. Oh, Supa does get taken out. Talia does go for the tower dive though, and gets herself a kill. She's 1-0-1 in the mid lane.
Called the bluff on whether or not the jungle was.
That she did. Yeah, absolutely.
Double time.
Man, Seraphine is so freaking annoying to play against. Both her and Senna. Like, that's... Oh, man, it's such a hard time.
We've seen that lane before, and
yeah.
It does not seem... does not seem fair.
No,
it's
not.
The Geneva Conventions.
Yeah. And I think that's what you see in the... Because, like, it's... With Enchanters versus Enchanters, it's a little bit different. It's not like a straight up, like, oh, I'm just going to pick a hook champ and then I counter them. Enchanters, the differences are way subtle. The pecking order is a little bit different. Ooh, Hentai almost gets in range for the stun. So if you got like Lulu is fantastic, great against single target damage. She scales really, really well. But she doesn't scale as much as somebody like Sona. And Lulu also is better against shorter range champions, melees and stuff. Lulu's less effective against range champions, which Seraphine is. Seraphine's got sustain, which Lulu does not, so seeing the fights play out, I think that Seraphine does have the advantage against Lulu overall.
In the lightning phase, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, Talia's? They're both level 6, but Troll's here. Talia's not gonna... Yeah, she's gonna back up.
I do believe that Lulu shines later on in the game.
She does,
Brings
yes.
things that, but Seraphine's ult is always going to be something that they have to keep in the back of their mind.
Yeah.
That will just freaking wreck a team fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, if you're not paying attention. Talia all-ins on Super Saiyan. Troll's here, though. Misses the undertow. Saiyan's going to get a little bit more damage, but it's an easy walk away from Talia. Dragon Lizard's hovering mid. Yep, he clears the ward. Talia's gonna get her CS. Probably take another undertow, maybe. Troll's spending a lot of time in mid. Gets Talia pretty low. Meanwhile, there's a huge wave in bot lane, though.
Yeah, despite the pressure, like Freestyles is still doing a real good job of.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
CS.
yeah. He's keeping the CS really tight. And there's a jungle fight in the bottom river. Ooh, Talia all in on the Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan has to blow ultimate, though. Talia pursues with a second dash, gets the kill, helpful big ignite. And Dragon Lizard gets a kill on the Troll. Leaf tried to come and help his jungler, but he might get caught. Oh, man. He's got to back up. Dragon's not up for 330, so there's no... Dragon Lizard almost landed a bandage on the Leaf from over the Dragon Pit. So, blue side bot lane is going to just try and farm and stabilize as best as they can. They don't want Halo to get any more out of hand, though. Oh, Leaf face checks. He's got to flash away. Return some Glibblance damage. Freestyle's returning some damage, too. Dragon Lizard's in the area, though. Yeah, Halo is just being super obnoxious with this poke, man. And he knows he's got Dragon Liz. Dragon Liz flashes, waits for the Blade Storm. It gets the ultimate. Halo flashes underneath, gets the kill on the Leaf. That was so brilliantly timed by Dragon Liz. Waiting for Freestyle's Bladeberry to go off, and then just flashed over the wall, lands the bandage, lands the Mummy Curse, and makes it
Cleanse
real
Flash
easy.
was not enough to get him out of there.
No. Yeah, and he was really quick on that.
And he was fast so much, yeah.
Yeah, I would not have gotten it that quickly, but yeah, he's real fast reaction time. But yeah, good showing by Dragon Lizard. Just a really nice play overall. Yeah, I think you gotta figure, like, if they're stacking up in your tri-bush that hard with that much confidence, there's gotta be something else lurking. So Hentai and Pirate Trade are trading around. Hentai drops a Slicing Maelstrom. Pirate Trade drops his ultimate too. Pirate Trade flashes, flash for flash. Hentai's trying to get away. Pirate Trade's got Barrel set up though. Barrel just barely misses. He's trying to get into parley range. Hentai skates on out of there. Pirate Trade's not going to get in range for a parley kill. But it's good that he good for him that he took the win in that all-in trade. Because if you ever get into a situation where Counter starts bullying you, it's really hard to come back from. Starts denying your CS, and Gangplank has such an expensive build, like he needs his farm super bad.
But he gets extra gold, doesn't he?
He does. But you need all that extra gold. His build is so greedy. It's yeah, you can't fall behind in CS on GP. Because if you're a DPS guy that doesn't have damage, you're just a dude taking up XP. Man,
Harsh but fair.
Yes. And you just see how durable their oh my god, yeah.
It's almost like it's like 3 characters instead of 2.
Yeah. Oop, good root from Halo to get on the Leaf. Really good fallout damage. Salty gets another Dark Harvest proc too with that. Freestyles is looking all in though. Troll is here. They're going to try to fight, though. Drops the undertone to Halo. Gets the reckless swing. Halo drops his ultimate, though. Freestyles is in the mix. Gets the Samira ultimate. Are they going to get this kill over, though? Freestyles is trying to get their shutdown. Goes to Troll. And 4-man dive onto the enemy bot lane. Finally gets revenge.
Party in the bot lane.
Party in the
shuts
bot
down.
lane.
Yes.
Yeah, shuts that down. So Halo worked himself into a 1,000 gold lead over Freestyles. Or no, now it's 800. But yeah, they needed to take some action to even things up, though. Leaf is caught. He has to ultimate himself. A Dragon Lizard gets the stun, gets the bandage, gets the kill. Now he's trying to mosey on out of there, but it doesn't look like he's going to make it out unless he's... Oh, he gets a bandage over onto the Frog. Super Saiyan is also getting chased in a 1v2. Talia flashes forward. She gets the kill. There is chaos on the blue side of red team. Pirate Trade's trying to make it out. They've got too many players here. Salty Jawbar doesn't have ultimate. Hentai is looking, but they're just going to secure this area and make this an easy dragon take if they can establish vision control. Troll does not have flash, so he can't get over the dragon pit. So there's no challenge to smite it here.
I don't know, man. Dude, nearly always.
He does. That is the signature for Troll. So he got rooted. He was not allowed to participate in that smite fight, which he almost nearly always wins. So smart for Salty Jawbar to... Oh, Hentai gets the flank. Gets a 2-man slicing Maelstrom. Kill goes on to Leaf. Troll falls right next to him, and all 5 red team members are just right in the thick of it. Posturing up on the red side, man. Really, really good play. Nice positional flank from Hentai there.
I'm still trying to get over that bandage of a Mumu, dude. That was...
Dude.
Like, I don't know if that's like a standard practice thing, but he needed to know his range.
Yeah.
And know that the Frog was there for him.
Yeah, that was
his time of
huge.
need.
Yeah. Really brilliant escape from Dragon Lizard. Still unkilled. Talia lands the Q. Drops the dash in the Super Saiyan. Not going to dash a second time. Just letting him know she does not appreciate him in her way. Man. Oh, Dragon Lizard is topside for Pirate Trade. He's trying to wait out the clear scurvy. Pirate Trade eats his orange. Gonna walk away. Hentai's a little too far away to follow up, so just gonna get some damage, maybe force it back. We'll see. But yeah, Leaf cannot step up at all against this, like, just incessant poke from Halo and Salty. It's straight up oppressive, man. Like, you can't even walk up on your midland line. It's toxic duo combination. It's no fun to play against.
And it's not fun to play against, but again, like, despite the activities going on in the bot lane, like, Freestyles is still getting his farm.
That's
so,
insane.
You know, just keep it up, get through the laning phase, and worry about the late game.
Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. So Troll busted Ragnarok, but Dragon Lizard just waits it out, gets the stun onto him, and Hentai's taking some extra damage on the Pirate Trade, lands a stun too. Nice follow, but good patience from Dragon Lizard to wait out that Ragnarok and just stun Troll dead in his tracks. Hentai is going to go for a dive here, drops a Slicing Maelstrom, gets an easy kill on the Pirate Trade, making it look so simple. Looks like it's going to be a Rift Herald take for the red side. But yeah, thinking about this, what you said earlier, how there's too much stuff to ban. You know, they had to give.
There is.
There really is. Yeah. It's going to turn into a matter of where are you going to let the team have strong side. You know, are you going to let them have, you know, be strong in their duo lane, strong in mid, strong in, you know, you're going to give up something. You know, and I think it's going to be a matter of once teams are solidified, they'll figure out, you know, what their matchups are. You know, does your support play an answer to Salty Jawbar Seraphine? You know, that's going to be the real hard thing to figure out, I think. Leaf just getting lit up with so much poke. Man. And they've been working this tower like for 15 minutes too. Like they're not trying to take the oh, Troll is here though. The Gangplank ulti is onto the duo lane. There is a TP from Hentai though. Salty Jawbar lets loose the ultimate. Leaf is flashing away. Hentai flashes forward too. Doesn't even need Slicing Maelstrom, just there's so much follow-up damage from there. Dragon Lizard's in the mix too. They're going to drop the Rift Herald for fun. But yeah, really, really nasty collapse from the red side, just punishing blue side's duo lane.
I question the Rift Herald, but I don't know enough about this game. It just seemed like
They
could have done the damage to the tower.
Yeah.
Gotten it on the next one.
Yeah, it was a little. That was a kind of hypey, a little bit. Yeah, like you could have. Yeah, because the turret was basically done without that herald. So, typically, if the plates are up, the Rift Herald's gonna kill 2 plates. And if the plates are not up, I think it does close to like 80% damage. Like I feel like between 65 and like 80% damage typically. But, on its first charge. So, yeah. But I think, yeah, when you're this far ahead, you can kind of like just play however you want, really.
Stop points.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the subject of bans, while there are the captains participating in this right now, so it's a little bit more coordinated than it might be if we're just randomly saying themes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there's a lot of action.
No, there is, yeah. We've got Talia. She did go for a turret dive. They get a shutdown on her from that, though. Hentai's tanking another turret shot. They're going to try to run away. Salty Jawbar's got no mana for this fight, so they got to be careful. They don't want to play it too hard here. This is a 4v5, but until Salty gets some mana, it's still a dangerous fight to take on.
Yeah, just start talking over me anytime, dude.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
like Bash just got it right. Just get in there. Like,
yeah,
I will stop talking.
No, it's fine. It's fine. If it's like an easy pick, I'll let you keep going typically.
Okay.
But if it looks like a legit team fight, yeah, like that, I would not interrupt you for.
But so, the point, all I'm just trying to say is that when the teams are formed, they're really going to have to think about how they use the bans. Mm-hmm. It's not just going to be like, okay, you can go 1-for-1, just ban whoever characters is their main on the opposing side. You're going to have to really think about what kind of comp you're running if you want to have a bot lane go up against something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, because you
and adjust it on the fly, because they might have some other team comp or something else cooking up, and you could be wasting that stuff in the ban phase.
Yeah, for sure. And we have seen a couple of games too where they baited somebody picking their main, and they had a plan around it. So you could give Salty Jawbar Seraphine and just go for Nautilus or something. Knowing that he's always going to opt into his favorite champ. So. And Nautilus versus Seraphine is a very different story than Lulu versus Seraphine. Halo gets the root on the Leaf, though. He's doing so much damage. Super Saiyan's there to try to trade back, but he's going to get hit really, really hard. He has to pop the ultimate, though. There's 3 members here. Super Saiyan flashed over the wall. Flash follow from Hentai. Easy, easy pickup. Hentai is 5-0-3. Just running rampant with this... what is this little gerbil's name? Kennen? Man. So yeah, red side is just running away with things. It's like 7k ahead. Hentai is just camping the red side. Freestyles has a bust cleanse. Slicing Maelstrom takes both him and Troll down pretty hard. Pirate Trade's going to try to fight Talia, though. Has to flash out of Talia's ultimate. She's still doing a lot of damage, though, but then the GP ultimate is down. Talia's flashing away, though. Pirate Trade drops a barrel, lands the parlay. Dragon Lizard flashes over, gets the bandage, gets the stun. Talia gets another shield. She drops the Q. She's trying to do auto attacks to get him down. She does!
Wow.
Damn. Huge, huge timing from Dragon Lizard to come and save Talia's life. That was inches right there. Just getting her shield back, and wow, man.
Millimeters, even.
Yeah, yeah. Such a slim margin. Huge save from Dragon Lizard.
Dragon Lizard's been in the right spot at the right time, getting those bandages off.
Yeah. Yeah, showing up for offensive plays and for defensive plays. He's just got his head on a swivel and just like looking everywhere and seeing everything. So
still immortal.
He is still immortal. Yeah. The immortal Boo Boo.
And not because he's a mummy.
Yeah. Man. Yep, looks like Hentai is working on his Zanyas. But yeah, Hentai's been really showing up in a lot of these games. I want to say he's gone even or won most of the matchups that he's been in.
Most of them, there's only, I know at least one, but like maybe another one where he's been on the losing team.
Yeah, yeah. At least, yeah. There's definitely at least one that like 45-minute slog. Because Hentai was on Fiora, and that was a lost game for him. But I'm trying to think of other instances too. Not too many. He's been really effective in the top lane.
Yep.
Super Saiyan is on Hentai, but Hentai is really, really strong. I don't think Super Saiyan wants this fight, though. He's just going to get exploded. Slicing Maelstrom probably wasn't even needed, but when you're flush, you're flush, you know? If you got it, you got to use it. So Hentai just running all over the place, wherever he wants. And we got some supportal combat between Leaf and Salty Drawbar. Nothing's going to happen. Just some Vision Wars. Dragon's up in a minute, so... Man, that root range is so long. It's,
really is, and they got the Rylai's. So
yep,
more
that's right.
matches.
Oh my god,
God.
okay. Halo.
How can you do that to Lulu, dude?
I know, right? It's terrible. You're an awful person for doing that to little Lulu. But yeah, Halo, yeah, okay, he's at that point where he's going to start 3-shotting these squishies. Just a real scary affair. God, it's only 20 minutes in, too. Yeah, not a ton of options for blue side. Like really the only chance they have, I think, is to just try to catch red side in an uneven fight. And finish it fast, because Dragon Lizard is highly responsive to everything happening on the map. You know, make sure you know where Dragon Lizard is before you get that pick, so that he does not show up. But then you also got Hentai 2, who's rocking the TP, so just really, yeah, not a ton of options. It's really uphill battle for him right now. Oh, Dragon Lizard is all in. Onto 3, gets 2 people in the stun. Then the Talia follow-up. Halo goes godlike, drops the Senna ultimate. Salty Dropbar gets the ultimate as well. These layered AoE ultimates are doing so much damage. It's just a clean sweep from the red side, just deleting 4 health bars from the blue team. Pirate Trade's forced to just run away. That was just so much damage. So much CC. Just such a nasty composition that they've got here.
Really is. It's and that's why I'd rather be playing on that team.
Pyro hashtag Yordles deserve it.
Most of them do. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, so the layered area of effect ultimates from red side are just way too much to try and take on.
Well, especially if like a Mumu, like he initiated that.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to fight pretty much front to back, and layer that shit. Kennen, Seraphine.
Diana, yeah, because you've got this...
Diana getting into the middle of it.
Yeah.
Senna making people ghostly, just, yeah.
Yeah. So nuts. Yeah, like, it's,
Blue team is going to need to get a decent flank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like...
Or split them up or something to be able to deal with that kind of team fight.
Yeah, they've been really fortunate, because Salty Dropper has been able to have people in front of him whenever he's coming up to ward. So he's not really giving him any chances to pick him off, because that's one thing you can do with Seraphine. But Lee finds himself caught up against Hentai, has to use a giant growth on himself, drops the exhaust. Freestyles is trying to all in. Hentai drops the slicing maelstrom though. Freestyles is out of the stun, dashes away. Hentai's really low. They really need this pick. They really need... Oh my god. Salty Dropper just deleted Freestyles. I don't know what the hell happened there. Dragon Lizard is over the wall, gets the kill onto Leaf. He's going on a rampage. Man. Yeah, we're really seeing their stuff here. Dragon Lizard...
I need to be turned up. I'm literally as max boosted on my microphone in Windows Discord. It's Josh. It's all Josh.
It's me? Do I need to turn my mic down relative to Mallow? I'll turn my desktop and my mic down a little bit. And then... we'll be relative to you.
I mean, if I get like really excited, maybe, but like
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
quiet dude and I have all my shit maxed out.
Okay. I think this will be even, or maybe.
Check one. How's it sound? How's it sound?
Now is Mallow quiet compared to the game volume or my volume or my mic? I think it might be relative to the game volume. Oh,
At
game
least
volume.
it's an
Okay,
improvement.
it's better.
All
Okay,
right.
okay, great, nice.
I think it's just Josh gets really excited and he gets really close to the microphone.
Yeah. Well, Lammy said it was like super quiet before, so now I got my microphone all up in my face and I have my outbound max.
When I listen to the VODs and stuff, when you get like you peek out.
I freak out, yeah.
Yeah, I have to like, okay, I need to turn this down for. All right.
Okay, okay, all right. That's good. I will drop my mic then a little bit, and then yeah. Oh.
Meanwhile, in the base.
Meanwhile, in the base, just Red is opening a can on the blue side. Ultimates after ultimate, just a clean sweep, easy sweep for Red team. Rolling right through the map, right through the base, and getting the game. So, GG. If anybody was curious too, so that did seem like pretty much a blowout, which it was. One of the things that we do, I do want to mention, is that we are doing something a little bit different tonight. So typically, what happens is either Pyroblitz or myself will arrange the teams in order to balance them and have like the most tight games possible. But we are in the last 3 days of the scouting grounds, so what we're doing instead is that we're having the captains take a closer look at some of the players that they haven't had a lot of playtime with. So we had a couple captains go on vacation. Some captains have been working, school, and stuff like that. So, and not we haven't been able to get equal amount of time of play with the players and the captains. So, so we are going to see some new faces here tonight. I think a lot of the typical players, like some players are already decided. Like they already know they're going to get picked. It's just a matter of who gets them. So this is kind of going to help the captains figure out, who their final picks are, or if they can find like an undiscovered gem in the rough. So yeah. So that's going to be a wrap of game one. We are going to move on to game two. But get the lobby set up, and we will be
There's a
back.
lot of people.
There's a lot of people. I haven't looked at the Discord and stuff.
There's a lot of people in there.
Oh my god. Yeah. Holy crap. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna figure it out, and